Hello my friends, and welcome to another episode of our next episode of Inside Out Electronics. And today we have this beastly box over here which reads LCD repair tool. Yes, after messing up my LCD in one of the phones, the video, I'm not sure if this is gonna be out or not, I decided to buy inexpensive. Oh, it's inspected. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a thing. I think this one was actually refurbished or something. I bought it cheap. Okay, tell you right away. This is Amazon like warehouse deal and things like that, so it's inexpensive. But I decided to go for it. All right, and because after I messed up, sheesh, where's my knife? After I messed up one of the cell phone screens just because I didn't heat it up properly, I didn't do a good job, I decided to have something like that. And it can be also useful. Why so hard? This is easy. Yeah, it's really hard to do with this spudger. Okay, this is so much easier. I decided to splurge for that. Right, so what it is? This is a heat plate device with a vacuum pump, so I would be able to heat up some things and unglue them if I need to. Alright, so let's take a look. What the heck is this? I'm not sure what kind of brand is this. It's some generic one-hand low stuff. 7-inch LCD screen SEPA 3 dots R4 cell phone repair new. Here what it is. This is cell phone screen SEPA R 3 dot 7-inch. Okay, let's just unbox it. Not gonna poke around with this thing too much. Comes with some silicone thingy. Nice. Okie dokie. No manual whatsoever. Go figure, right? Go figure yourself. So what do we have? So this device is tube. I guess this goes here, I assume. Just to grab your cell phone, plonk it like this, power it up. It's gonna probably create some suction. Cell phone gonna stuck to it, and it's gonna warm it up. And then I don't know what the heck are those. Just to prevent your fingers, I guess, touching. I'm not really sure. What's the level of them? Yeah, probably just to prevent people poking fingers down there, because otherwise I don't know what are they for. So, and then you would be able to use your string. I'm not sure if it's gonna be sucked enough, good enough to you would be able to just use the string to cut the screen of the phone or not. So this is essentially what it is, and it's not just like that. First of all, it have a vacuum pump. I think it's supposed to, and it also has temperature controls, which is cool. This is start button, start to what? Alright, if you take a look at over here, you can see a wire, probably a thermal element over there, and a pipe, which is probably the vacuum pipe. There should be also a thermistor somewhere there. So before we power this thing up, we will take it apart. So here we are. We have 12 screws out. Here's my little screwdriver, pretty helpful. 12 screws out, 4 on each side, 4 and 4. So let's see what's inside. See, this now is quite free, and I don't even know what's the best way of opening this thing, because it seems like it's here we are. Oopsies. This is how it looks like. Okay, interesting. First of all, look at this. It's just a power supply which is just like dangling here. Like I don't even know how, unless it was somehow screwed in this way, because there's a little hole right here. And that's it, but I don't think I actually didn't screw this little hole right here. I didn't touch it, it was just not there. There was no screw. Okay, crazy. So what kind of power supply is this? Looks like no one really bothered to actually use a proper power supply. You just MacGyver something. Looks like they even took some sort of power break and cut this wire right here, strip it, and just solder it to this mains outlet. Alright, so this is 12 volt 2 amp power supply, obviously made in China, yada yada yada. What we have here as well, we have a air pump, a motor, DC motor, capacitor, just to suppress any like interferences from brushes. Then we have over here, I guess it's like a plate which the vacuum pump connected, and here there is a thermal element, which looks like it's connected to mains, right? So I assume somewhere here, it's really hard to see, supposed to be a board with a relay. So this power supply is only for, I guess, a pump and controller. This button, I'm not sure what it does. This button is start. So this button essentially turns on temperature and the pump, and the button on the back here, big clunky button. You just power up everything. Okay. It's sort of kind of awkward to work on this piece because everything is actually connected together, and I do wanna potentially I can just remove this silicone tube, but I won't be able to remove all these wires here. So, and let me also check something. Is this grounded? Is it grounded? Hope it is. What? Wait, what the hell is this connected? Oh, the thermistor. I see. So this over here, right here, the little thingy right there, is a thermistor. I thought it's a ground point, but I noticed it goes to the board, not to the central pin. So yeah, so this thing is not grounded. Okay, so grounding pin is just here we are. So this is not grounded. So technically I can just ground it, and maybe I hope there is going to be electrical connection between this and that. Not sure, have to double check. Looks like this is all painted, so it won't be, but I can't just wire it manually just to ground this chassis, because this chassis is not grounded. This power supply has only 2 wires, it is not grounded. So essentially here nothing is grounded, and it's pretty bad because this little guy is actually mains powered. So if something happened, I know there is a mylar, a kind of sleeve right here, but if something happened with this guy, this case or this plate can be under mains voltage. Yeah, safety is crazy safety here. I'm not sure if it has a fuse. Does it have a fuse? Okay, it has some sort of fuse right here in this compartment, so I have to check what kind of fuse is there. I'm not sure how many watts this thing is. Obviously there is no, it says 3 amp fuse. Okay, here we are, 3 amp fuse, 200 watts output. What do you mean output? You see this? Output 200 watts. Well, I mean temperature output. Okay, fine. So this 3 amp fuse is essentially rated for 3 something 100 watts, and this is 200 watts. So that's okay. So we have 200 watt heater right here, and rest is a pump plus the controller. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll try to get this controller out and we take a look what's up with this. There is nothing else to look at. This DC motor is just a regular DC motor, there's nothing to say here. Probe runs 12 volt, a 2 amp 12 volt, it's 24 watts, probably is enough for it. I'm just wondering if it's, you know, if it can go any faster. And also I would like to know how good is the vacuum this thing can create. Is it like just puny, or it's good enough to hold the phone and things like that? But that's gonna be after we assemble back everything back together and just give it a shot, give it a try. Okay, so now we're gonna disassemble this, take it out and see what's going on here. So off camera I unscrew this board right here. And what do we have? We have some sort of microcontroller branded Novotone or Nuvotone, and then we have some sort of I assume LCD driver. So we have 3-digit 7-segment LCD, 2 buttons LED, probably indicating the operation. Oh, 4 buttons here, which is correspond to set, enter, up and down. Out, this LED called out probably indicates when the temperature is on. So this connector is for thermistor. There is a beeper right here. There is a voltage regulator, which is what? Really hard to see. 7 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of this board and we're gonna, you know, take a look on it closer. Over here there is some sort of unpopulated connector, highly likely serial jazz. Over here we have transistor to drive this relay. This is, I assume, this microcontroller, and another transistor to amplify. Oh, potentially this is not a thermistor but a thermocouple, so it needs potentially needs some amplification. So this is what? V plus ground. I don't know why it's the same color, but it is V plus ground. So that these wires wired in such a way that they turn on the motor, looks like they do. Nothing else they do. Well, maybe they also wired to power up some circuits right here, or power up the relay, I don't know. Over here, so these two, I assume, are connected to, yes, exactly, they are connected to the heater. So that goes to relay. So over here we have 110 volts. So this is low side, 12 volt, and this is high side. Again, this little guy over here, really hard to say. Oh, 74 HC, really hard to see. Okay, I'm gonna take, but this looks like a multiplexer for a 7 segments display right here. That's pretty simple, not much else going on here. Wait, I just saw something interesting. Where it is? Oh, here. So this thing is dated 2018, 12, 14. So this is like this guy, like 3-year-old by now. Yeah, so 3 years old, about 3 years old. So this is old design. I actually got it very, very cheaply, and remember, as I mentioned it, I'm not sure why it was sold for like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. It's wonder, because they go normally for like 200. Maybe it was defective, but again, I have to check if it works properly. Who knows, maybe this junk doesn't work. So and that's pretty much it. So that's it. This is 12 volt relay, 10 amp 250 volts, which is good. FGE branded, probably some, you know, whatever they find, and the walk it here. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what kind of what are those pins, but not sure if I ever wanted to reprogram this microcontroller, whoever it is. It says Nuvotone. I can see this really small text, and 7E something like that. Yeah, I'll take a picture and then I will share it with you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So motor is operated not through the relay, it operated through this button. So that's it. Oh yeah, and by the way, they actually skimped on screws. So instead of 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, they put only 3. Yeah, 3 tiny entries. So I'm gonna just screw this back in and we give it a shot. We'll see how this thing operates. And yeah. Oh, this is funny. This power supply even has a little indicator over here. So curious if it works. But I'm not gonna power it up while it's open like that. I don't know. There's not much safety going on here, so sort of feel not really safe. And I definitely would like to ground this thing. And maybe I'll find maybe I'll screw it in on over here or actually make another grounding point, because this is ridiculous. And maybe I'll even do one gonna be going to here, another gonna be going to this part, because I'm not sure that it's gonna be good contact through this paint. So let me assemble it and we're gonna play with this toy. Alright guys, so here we are. I positioned this device right here a little bit perpendicular to me, and it's already powered, so I have to turn it on, and it's now start showing the temperature. So I didn't actually read any user manual of this thingy, but I think we can figure out pretty easily. I'm not sure why this out is lit. So temperature, okay, I guess temperature is changing. It's just measuring the ambient temperature in the room right here. So we have to set, I guess. Okay, so here we are, the set temperature. When I hit, oh, whoa, set temperature, I don't know whatever is this number, 72.1, what the heck is that supposed to mean? Oh my god, this is so annoying. Okay, let's do 71.1, let's do 71, and enter. Looks like temperature started rising. Yes, it's actually pretty warm right here. It started to be pretty warm, and okay, and if I want vacuum, I think I have to press this button. Yeah, this is super loud, so I don't know how would I illustrate you the freaking vacuum thingy. I need to find something flat. Because of the lack of actually good subject, I took this tape head demagnetizer cassette thing. It's pretty flat. Actually, I never reviewed this one, so stay tuned if you are interested. Anyway, so you're gonna do like this. I'm gonna put the vacuum in, obviously. What? It's pretty wimpy. Okay, oh, I see. Okay, now, oh, I have to actually press on it. That's not bad. It actually was pretty good. Okay, so vacuum pump more or less working if your surface nice and clean. So here's the tape, yeah, and I'm gonna actually review this. Stay tuned. And it's amazing because it turned out to be, I didn't even realize I got this cassette and it also has the freaking manual here. I thought this is just anyways, another video. Okay, so temperature is pretty fast climbing, and I have to find my infrared thermometer. Okay, looks like our friend achieved 71 degrees very easily. So let me see what the temperature gradient and where it is 71 degrees. So thermistor is in this area, So let's measure 69. So that's about correct. Let's measure here. Hey, actually, let's measure here. This is actually not too bad. So what's happened here? This thing actually was, I made a pause. This thing was actually sitting here at 71 for about like 15 minutes. Okay, so it looks like the temperature gradient stabilized over this chunk of copper or whatever it is, brass, or it's not copper, it's probably brass. So because the color, and now it's more or less okay. So when you're using this thing, looks like you have to give it the time to stabilize, like 10-15 minutes, and it's gonna stabilize, and now temperature gonna be more or less identical all over the shop. Again, if you wanna then tweak it to like 85, again it's gonna be warmer right here. Because it takes time to actually thermistor or thermocouple to kick in, and then it takes even more time to actually completely saturate this plate and level the temperature. Especially it's going to be level, so for example it's going to reach 71 right here, and then it's going to shut it down, and then temperature will slowly start to distribute, so this plate would eventually reach some sort of equilibrium. And then when the temperature is will shut off, power on again, because it's going to be 70, it will slowly warm it up, and then equilibrium more or less gonna be sustained. Also, this silicone thingy over here keeps this plate from cooling down too quickly. It's another angle. So if you power this, the temperature supposed to drop fairly quickly. This is another interest. I think. Let me see what's gonna happen, because it's gonna suck air through those little holes and cooling down the plate. It looks like this thing is actually holding quite well. It's not bad. Let me see the temperature. Okay, so it's actually heating up right now. Okay, so here we are. So there is a temperature gradient. So we shut it down. It's probably take a minute or so, and then it's gonna shut off. So, okay, so what's there to say more? It works, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna do the job. By the way, I never know why these things are here. Because maybe you can use the metal, how do you call it, metal string in order to actually cut the glue of the screen, and maybe this is sort of some kind of, you know, to rest the string on. Alright, I think that's gonna be it. So guys, this device seems to be okay and operational, and I'm already used it in one of my videos to repair a Galaxy S10 Plus, Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. So I'm gonna link this video, and you're gonna have it on the end of this. And I think this is gonna be it. There is nothing else to talk. A few possible mods. One of the mods gonna be put better power supply, maybe a little bit more powerful or less dinky, and ground this thing. Yeah, I'm not sure how dangerous it is or not, but I know this is not grounded, and it has a mains heating element right here. Thank you guys for watching, and please, if you like the video, please like, please subscribe, and see you next time. Ciao!